Hey man, how long you been doing radio?
Radio, I did radio for 10 years.
10 years.
I did radio for 10 years.
And I say radio because I still thinking what you're doing is kind of the same concept.
Yeah.
But so all together creating
13.
content.
They're going to my 13 year, yeah.
13.
Yeah, going to 13.
What made you start?
My wife got a job my ex-wife got a job out of town. And I was a construction guy. I was an H2G husbands to go. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to take my construction company to West Virginia where we had moved to.
Okay.
And so when we went up there, I was like, we went to go up there to go find a house. We found a house and stuff. But I'm driving like, man, what am I gonna do, right? And so we moved. We had found us a house, a rental house, and we went there that day. And once we got to the house, it was an empty house. I was tired. It was like an 8-hour drive. So I laid down on the floor, laid on one of our bags, and went to sleep. I woke up, I had an idea, Strick.
Wow.
And I said, baby, let's go to dinner. I'm gonna take you to the white tablecloth dinner, right? I said, I think I got it. I think I know what I'm gonna do, right? You know, we all excited, found a little, little restaurant and stuff. Bring out the wine, it's all good, And she said, so I figured out what I'm gonna do. If you like the job and you wanna stay up here, right? I said, I'm gonna be a radio talk show host like Steve Harvey.
Wow.
And she looked at me and was like, what? I said, I'm gonna be a radio talk show host like Steve Harvey. She said, do you know how to do no radio? I said, nope. I said, but think about it, wherever you go, if you start traveling with your job, guess what? I can go anywhere with this job because of radio stations, right? Needless to say, Strick, that dinner went over like a bag of crap.
Wow.
Right? Because she was looking at me like, you think you're gonna come up here and, be a radio talk show host like Steve Harvey, right? And that night went really bad.
Wow.
That night really, really bad, bro. She was mad, right? I guess she was thinking that at the end of the day, I was going to have some elaborate plan. But to me, that made sense. Didn't pay no attention. I went back to Birmingham, man, and I immediately started looking for a radio show. I didn't even know where to start. Right. But I had 8 hours to go back home and think about, the wife mad at me, right? Why did I come up with this idea, right? And I came back to Birmingham and I started to, I called Eric Guster, actually.
Okay.
And Eric told me, I remember Eric had said you can own your buy time. I'm like, Eric, how do you buy time on the radio? Because I ain't know nothing about this stuff.
Right.
So Eric actually was the first one that gave me the insight. Just go there and ask them what times do they have available and see, how much it's going to cost. So I went to all the radio stations, bro. I went to WGLD. I went to iHeart. I went to Cumulus. I went to all of them, and everybody was trying to sell me time. Right. They were going to sell me time, but what they was telling me was, so you record your radio show and send it in to us and we'll play it.
Right.
I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I can't be Steve Harvey. I'm not on radio, right? I'm like, they made no sense. Wasn't nobody trying to give me in time in the studio.
Because it's different when you do it that way.
Because I didn't have no experience, right? And I'm like, where am I going to record a radio show? I'm like, I don't want that. So I went back to my office. It was over there in Homewood. And I remembered, because I was doing Husbands to Go, I had went to this radio station in that area around there, right? And I'm like, it's another radio station around here somewhere, right? And I was like, I remember where it was, right? And it was WYDE 101.1. So I went in that radio station and I told the young lady there, I said, I want to buy some airtime. And she was like, sure. Let me get somebody for you, right? This guy named Nick Horde came up there, right? And I told him, my idea about my radio show and what I wanted to go do and stuff like that, right? And he took me in the back, and I already had got a theme song. I already had my theme song, lock it in. I already had got my theme song. Alvin Garrett actually produced my theme song for the show. Yeah, so he had already did that for me, right? And so I played my theme song, and I told him what I wanted to go do. That day, Nick Horde said, okay, you'll be in this studio, right here. He said, but here's the thing. He said, we're going to see you sometime. We're going to be at 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, we'll see you sometime on a Saturday, right? I'm like, I'll take it, right? 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll take it, right? So he sold me, it was an hour from 6 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, right? And that's how I got my first deal.
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
There's something, I'm gonna ask you this question. I don't know the answer to this, because you don't talk about it a lot. You a sports fan at all?
Yes.
You grew up in Alabama?
Yes.
Alabama or Auburn?
Alabama. Roll Tide.
Strick City coming live. Yo, yo, yo.
Hey man, this is gonna be a great show. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a good one. This is a long time coming. Actually, I don't know if we had a chance to sit down together to talk before. However, I've known this gentleman for a long time, and he is a awesome content creator now. And we're gonna dive down into his story. But before we do, thank you. I gotta say this like real loud for all of the call, the texts, the likes, the comments that you guys have given us right here at Strick City Live. It makes the difference in what we do. So again, thank you for how you've been supporting us. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, hit the button that says subscribe and then hit the bell so you'll be notified every time we go live. All right, every time I update one, you'll know about it. And I want you to be there to watch it. Like, be the first to do that. That being said, this young man has taken over Facebook with his live shows on Wednesdays. And if you haven't seen one, I don't know what you're doing, because he is up every day. He has put in the reps, like really, like he goes to the gym, but he also is doing his content every week and being extremely consistent with it. And I'm proud of the work he's been putting in. And he's making a difference in the city. And he has a new product we're gonna get a chance to talk about as well. So if you guys are locked in with me, this is Joe Lockett, man. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Strick? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm glad you could be here today.
Long time coming, man. Long time coming.
It has been. I think if we did anything, maybe it was online or something. I don't know.
I think we did something together. We was on a show together somewhere, I think. And I know I went to your wife a couple of her concerts there. And seen her play her thing, right? But yeah, we worked together on a couple of different events. We always said we was gonna get together. I never got you on my radio show.
Man, we need to get that corrected.
Yeah, we're gonna get you on the Constant Conversation for sure.
Yeah. So we can talk on your platform.
Oh, we got to get you on there, man. I got to have Strick City on there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not?
And man, congratulations with everything that you're doing.
Man,
because if you
appreciate
don't know this behind the scenes, I was shy-way joppy of you.
Say that again?
I was shy-way joppy. This is my word. I coined it. Right?
Okay.
My shy-way joppy is called, it's joppy. I'm happy for you, but I was a little jealous.
Okay.
It's called joppy, right?
Okay,
Jealous
okay,
happy,
okay.
right? Because you was the guy who was always able to do things on radio. And you was very popular.
Man,
you know,
I
you was
appreciate
on 95, right?
Uh-huh.
And so when you walked around, man, everybody knew who you was. I knew who you was, but you didn't know me.
I got
right?
it.
So
Got it.
when I got into radio, right, everybody would, would see the things that you were doing out there, right? And I was like, man, I want to be like that guy, right? And then I got a chance to meet you. And man, sometimes your heroes or the people that you look at are not what you expect them to be. You was all that and more.
Oh man,
And I appreciate
you saying that.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what day you would have met me on. Whatever day. Like, what is Strick doing today? I don't know.
You was always open, man. You've always been open. And I do remember there were times that I would call you, probably ask you some stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You and Eric, y'all guys gave the information. And that's very important in this business, because when I first got in, as we told at the top of the show, that I didn't know nothing strict.
Right.
Nothing about the business. A lot of time, the people at the top are the crabs in the barrel kicking you back down. So
sometimes it is, man. I'll be honest with you. I didn't have a good experience when I started.
Really?
Like, it was people at the station I was on, man. They could care less about what I was doing. Wouldn't help at all. I did have a few people. I always say this, so I give a lot of credence to Mary Kay. Not only was she an assistant program director, and she was an on-air talent, and she just, like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what I was doing was wrong. She let me know what I was doing was wrong. Okay, she was doing her job very well. And then Tasha Simone.
She helped me out too.
Tasha Simone was the jock that came in after me. So she would come in early and just show me.
Tasha was on 95 before?
Yeah. That's where she started.
Really? I always thought she was on 107. I never knew she was on 95.
She started on 95, and then she went to Huntsville and came back, and that's when she was on 107.
The Ray Dilly-Dio, Tasha Simone.
That girl was bad.
Still is, bro. One of the baddest voices, one of the baddest distinctive voices in this game, bro.
I appreciated, number one, the time that she took. because a lot of the guys just wouldn't do it. Yeah. And they, you know, they were more popular or whatever, but they just wouldn't take the time. I mean, back in the day, we had those little cartridges. You had to put your CD in a cartridge or whatever.
Yep.
And she made sure I had extras. I mean, just little bitty things that she was doing to kind of help me, and I always appreciated that. Yeah. And I was definitely a big fan of hers when she did that 107.7 thing, because
Midday Groove.
Oh man, she was killing it too.
Man, listen, Tasha Simone, if y'all haven't look up one of the baddest girls in the game. Her and Mary Kay, man.
Yeah.
Those two women in radio, and Isis. Yep.
Isis is still around, but she's good.
Yeah, Isis, Woo.
Yep. Yeah. New York is gone, but she's doing her thing.
I never did get a chance to meet New York, but New York was doing her thing, though. I see her on social media. She's still doing her thing.
Yeah, and just as big, man, getting a chance to interview some of those folks. Like, they're like Tammy Mack. I don't know if you remember her at all.
I don't know
Tammy Mack was on 95.7. She's in LA right now on Stevie Wonder's radio station. And she has done Fox Soul. So she had her own TV show out there. Okay. And all of that right out of Birmingham.
And our girl Ebony Steele.
Who is that?
Ebony Steele.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you do something with her too?
Yeah, me and Ebony worked together. Yeah, we done worked together on a couple of things.
Up, man.
Yeah, me and her worked together a couple of times. Good friend of mine.
What's up?
Yeah.
And it's just so much in this city. And I do feel like if you're good enough to be here, you could be anywhere, Joe.
Yes. But you got to put the work in, man.
You got to put the work in.
You got to humble yourself. And once people see that you're trying and you're consistent in what you're doing, because I didn't have a radio background.
Got you.
Now I'm sitting down with DJ Strick. You know what I mean?
You made it, Joe. Hey, so I was telling, I had Corey White in a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling him that it took me about 3 years to find my own voice. And it correlates to a lot of things that I'm doing now, because some people think that, okay, I got a podcast or I got a show, I should go viral. My first show out, it's just, thousands of people should just watch me. And it don't happen like that. Nah. Has it happened? Somebody has had a show that just hit right for one time and went viral. It has happened. But for the majority, like 99% of the people, that just don't happen. And people don't have an expectation of the time that you really have to put into this craft to get known, to be someone that a lot of people know and will listen to. Tell us a little bit about your journey. So you've done it for 13 years. I know you started at the radio station you were on live, but wasn't it more of a political show when you first got started?
Yeah. Can I touch on the viral point for 1 minute before we go to that? So viral is not good. Okay. I'm gonna say that. It's gonna be unpopular on the internet, but I'm gonna say going viral is not a good thing.
Okay.
Because can anybody that's listening to the show today, Strick, tell me the recipe for viral and repeat it?
Yeah, it's not a repeatable thing. Because you never know.
Viral is not good, right? Consistency and discipline, right? That you can do it over and over again. So once you figure out your voice or figure out your niche, you will continue to go viral but you got to build a brand behind it. See, people say viral is what they're looking for. You don't look for viral because what you just did, you can't go back and repeat again.
Because sometimes being viral is only one time. Like you have a viral video.
Yes.
I can say through our experience with my wife, Kim, we had a video to hit 3 million views.
Wow.
All right, it was a big deal. It was before Facebook was monetizing, so it wasn't like any monetization behind it.
Right.
But since then, there have been 700,000, 300,000, 100,000, and 70,000. You know, it's just all there. But the idea was to duplicate what that video was, just over and over and over again. But, you know, Facebook had to pick that up to get in front of 3,000 people, 3 million people.
I got a story that you don't know or your wife don't know. Your wife actually gave me the insights to Facebook.
Okay.
She was on either 95.7 or KISS doing an interview one Saturday morning. And I was on the interview. I was sitting at home in bed. I was married at the time. And your wife had went live on Facebook, right?
Right. We were in the studio at the time.
Right. This was years ago.
Okay.
Right. And she had went live. I think it's when you're only going to be live maybe 15, 20 minutes, whatever, right? I was in the bed with my wife, right? And I was like, hello, Kim, hello, Kim, hello, Kim, hello, Kim, right? And I kept saying it. And she said, hey, Joe, right? And it was on radio. That's when I had the aha moment. right?
How it could work.
How it could actually work. Because I heard her say it on the internet, right? But then I heard my voice on the radio. My name went out to thousands of millions of people, right? I told my wife, I said, that's it, right? And I was doing H2G at the time. That's when I started to say, okay, now I'm finna do all this stuff on Facebook. I said, because I would have never been able to get in touch with her.
Right.
Without being here on Facebook.
Right.
But she saw me, she said my name, so now she knows, and other people knew, and it hit. Y'all never knew that, but that's actually the God truth when I figured out how Facebook works through your wife.
It really, at the time, combining the two, where I think a lot of radio stations was missing it because they were still trying to figure out how to license the music, and it wasn't the music that you needed to license. And that's how talk radio blew up during that time, and why podcasting is such a big deal now, because you don't have to worry about music licensing. All right.
Yeah.
Back to the story.
So when I started radio, I got into political. I did not want to do political. WYD, if anybody don't know, is a political conservative radio talk show station, conservative Christian station, where they play gospel music, and they had talk radio, which was conservative, right? I went to WYD. I had the Love Hate Debate show with Melva Tate, Joy, and Uncle Boss, the photographer, right? And so we would talk about single topics, married topics, just debating, because I did not want to do politics, Strick. I did not. And I was on a Saturday morning, right? And I, honestly, at that time, Strick, I didn't know nothing about politics, didn't care about it, right? I just wanted to get into radio. I wanted to be Steve Harvey, you know what I mean? So we started to do the Love Hate Debate, man, and it blew up, right? Because we would actually debate and get into fights on the radio about relationship topics, right? And we would do it like because of Facebook, we would do like a little skit right after the show, right? Because we would bring in because that's when nobody was doing it. I had the banner. We would bring in a banner, set up a banner at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Set up in the back with the Joe Lockett show in the back to advertise the name. We'll record, and then I have like Melva put me in a headlock, right? And we'll take a picture and put it up on social media, and then we'll put a caption on top of it, right?
I got you.
And then we'll put out a topic on a Monday about what we're gonna fight about. We'll fight about it all through the week, right? Because I tell everybody, when you get up, whenever you're busy, whenever you get time before you go to work, just type something. I'm gonna put something crazy there, y'all type it in, right? So throughout the whole week, then what happened was on Monday, they'll put their stuff in, and everybody start chiming in.
Gotcha.
Chiming in. And on Friday, we'll put the link out. Friday night, we put the link out to where you guys, I think it was, I forgot the little connect, but it was something that we could go through back then, where they can just plug in, they can listen to the radio show. Because everybody wasn't getting up on the, nobody was trying to find 101 on a radio station, but you could do it on the internet.
So you actually streaming, they can listen to the stream.
Listen to the audio. I forgot what it was, but whatever it was, we would put it out on Friday night.
I got you.
Right, so everybody can, know that we're getting to come out. And then we'll go live this Saturday. It was on Saturday morning, put the link back out again, right? So people are actually probably listening in their bed from the little live stream that they had on the thing, right? And then it took, man. And it would tell people, call 866, blah, 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 call in, right? People just calling in, going with Joe, going back and forth. That 1 hour, we stayed busy. Wow. Phone lines were stacked, right? And the show blew up, man.
Wow.
But I had experienced people around me.
Got you.
What happened was, with talk radio, it started to get old. That's a white audience over there, right? We're black. And what I saw was on Saturdays was that we were dying, right? Because that station was going out to the conservative audience. So I told my team, I said, we got to pivot. I said, we're gonna still be the Love Hate Debate show, but we're gonna have debate politics.
Got you.
Right? I knew Melva Tate and Joy were Democrats. They was not changing. I was always, I never really thought about what I was, but I was never that staunch Democrat. I was like pretty much a conservative. So I said, let me just tap into who I believe I am, right? And so I was the guy that would fight against them about the Democratic topics, and we blew up again. Wow. Right? And so when we blew up from that radio show, the Joe Lockett show, right, where everybody wanted to come, and we interviewed Thomas Tupperville, almost got Donald Trump when he was running. Didn't get him. Yeah, but I didn't get him, but I almost got him. But I interviewed Dr. Martin Luther King's son.
Okay.
I interviewed Steve Harvey. Announced me when I got my daytime show. Steve Harvey did announce me and recognize me on his radio show.
Man, that's awesome.
I had Robin Givens in the studio. Had R. Kelly's wife in the studio. Right.
Okay.
So I got.
Robin Givens was actually doing a play around that time.
She was doing that play.
In the city. That's right.
Tasha Simone and Big Robin helped me get her.
Oh, that's awesome,
Right?
man.
They put the word out to the people from behind the scenes, and I told her I had that radio show. I sent it out to her. I called. She said, I'll be there for 5 minutes. She stayed for the whole show.
Oh, man, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Because she's not like...
She was cool in the fan. Because she loved the vibe. She like,
Okay.
y'all funny. I really like y'all, right? And so she stayed the whole show, man. Took pictures with us and everything. Got a chance to meet Jasmine. Guy interviewed her. So a guy who didn't know anything about radio, bro, I was getting people to come over to WYDE. And I'm going to be honest, Strick, I was the token, right? And what I did was, on that station, I tried to make sure that I left the door open for another black person to come through.
Gotcha.
Right, and so what I did was I set up an intern program on my show.
Okay.
Where I started locking in news because I own my own show. I didn't have to run. I don't need to run any news. So I set up locking in news. So I went back to the high schools and started asking for if they wanted to get in radio, to bring high school students in and taught them how to do radio and let them learn how to read live on air and all that stuff. So my locking in news was actually high school students doing radio. Right.
No way.
Yeah. So a lot of that's a part about it.
Have you kept up with any of them?
Yes. Actually, one of them just did a TEDx on Saturday, right? Winter. She just did a TEDx. A lot of them, bro. I helped them got into. I ain't gonna say a lot of them, but a few of the ones that I did, I helped them got into
Joe,
radio.
what we do, man, if you touch one kid's life, man, it makes the difference because you just never know.
You never know. And because I understood the platform that I was on, and that a person like me didn't go to college, didn't have a background, and I had a microphone, I wanted to make sure that I could help as many people understand to live their dream.
Gotcha.
And so I didn't mind sharing the microphone with people.
Man, that's what's up. So there's a couple of things that make a good communicator. I'll say it that way. Number one, your ability to share your opinion. Like, no matter what, you got an opinion on everything, right?
Right.
You gotta have it. If you have an opinion on anything or are able to communicate why you don't have an opinion about something, that's a big deal because a lot of people can't do that. And then you work with your hands as well, right?
Yeah.
It's something about being able to create with your hands and being able to communicate well just helps us. I think it's a
something
content
I never put it.
thing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
It's a content creator thing, man. So that being said, what was the process coming out of radio and still being able to figure out, hey, I could do what I was doing, but in a different way, and now being a content creator on Facebook?
Well, I've been a content creator on Facebook for years.
Okay.
Right? And so why I left radio, because it was dying.
Right.
And I had, my goal was to actually get the evening ride. Right. I became the evening ride at the radio station after 10 years. After about 7 years, right?
Now, at this point, because I think I'm missing part of the story, you were paying to get on, but then you transitioned to where you got to be paid staff?
Well, okay. I did do a stint as paid staff. I found out what they were making for paid staff, and I was like, this ain't gonna work.
Right.
But actually, that's not really what happened. What happened was, stations go through changes, right? And me being on the weekend spot, let's tell the truth to your audience, right? If you're on weekend radio 9 times out of 10, nobody never know who you are. Right. And so me being on a conservative white radio station, I really nobody supposed to know who I was.
Right. They gave you at 6 o'clock on Saturday
morning.
Conservative talk radio is not the best time. It's not prime time.
At all. Right. So let me just tell everybody, right? I don't know if they put me there to fail, but I saw it as an opportunity.
And it was.
But here's the thing, Strick. I want this for the listeners, right? For them to understand the opportunities that you're given, right? When I went to go pay my bill, I was I did own a contracting company. I had paint all over me and everything, right? I went to go pay my bill during the week, during the daytime. I would bring me some slacks and a collared shirt because that's what they wore at that station.
Gotcha.
Right? So every time I went there to go pay my bill, I would put those clothes on. Dressed the part. And so every time I would go in there and I would speak to everybody. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. And so nobody knew who I was, but I always went in. And then once my radio shows on the weekend was getting popular, they seen I was getting phone calls. I went and talked to the station manager. I said, is there any way I can sit in with the professionals and watch what they do? Right. And the station manager said, sure, you can go do that, right? And so I went in, again, I'm working, man.
Because you're still learning this.
Yeah, so I'm still learning because I was doing my thing, but I saw what those guys were doing. I wanted that. Right. And I always wanted to be on daytime radio.
Right.
So what I did was every Friday, they let me do, it's like like the spaghetti, what you call it, the tour.
Okay.
So every Friday I would go to a different radio show. I could come in and sit in on a different radio show. Now there was some radio show, they didn't let me speak at all, right? Because sometimes when the new person is sitting there, they think that that's their replacement, which I wasn't, but some shows I couldn't sit in. But most of the shows, somebody would let me speak, like, this is Joe Lockett, he's on our weekend show, please listen to a show, blah, 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 on our station, right? This one guy named Michael Hart, I sat in on his radio show, and he was like, the more you talk, the less I have to, right?
Okay.
And so he said, I like you. He said, come back next week. So I came back next week. Fast forward on the story, right? He was, one day he couldn't come in. He called me, right? I'm on the side of the house, paint, right? Hey, Joe. I'm like, look at this Michael Hart phone. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Hey, can you do my radio show today? Yeah. What time you gonna be there, right? He said, I need you. He said, I want you to go to do my show today at 4, right? Because it's 4 o'clock. I said, okay, I'll be there. He said, no, I want you to do my show. Huh? I can't be there. I need you to do my show, right?
Wow.
Okay, Mike, right? So I hung up the phone, right? And I'm sitting there like, he just said he want me to go do his show. So I called him back and said, Mike, so what you want me to talk about? He said, I want you to do my show, right? I already ran about the station. They said it's cool. Go do my show. Wait a minute. I'm finna do the biggest show in Birmingham, conservative, Michael Hart, at 4 o'clock? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went in, man, and
he knew enough about you that you could handle it.
he let me do it, bro.
Wow. That's
He
awesome.
gave me his microphone, bro. And the first thing when in my mind was, how can I make sure I pay homage and let him know that I'm not trying to take over, whatever. So I was thinking my way over, like, so when I got on the microphone, this your boy Joe Lockett, right? I said, I am not him, the Michael Hart, right? I said, but I'm gonna try to do my best, right? You guys give us a call at 866-441, you know what I'm saying? Call us in, right? And I said, but you guys know what you listen to, the one and only, Michael Hart, right? Phone lines blew up.
Wow.
Strick, this is no lie. I am a guy on the weekend, got his own radio show, right? I worked every time slot on that radio station when radio talk show host wasn't there, was calling me. I never got paid.
No
but
way.
I got the experience. No, they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me because I didn't care about the money.
Right.
They got to know who Joe Lockett was.
Right.
I got to say my name on those time slots, right? So everybody started to know who Joe Lockett was. They started saying that, you know what I'm saying, my radio show blew up on the weekends because of that.
Right.
Then when the radio station changed over, management changed. People started leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, we got this spot for you, right? It was 10 o'clock, I think it was 10 to 12 or 11 to 1 of them, right? And like, we want you to give you a spot on daytime radio and you work for the radio station. I'm like, yes! Got my radios, got my weekend, you know what I'm saying? So I went and did it, right? Because I was super excited.
Right. And you felt like you could work it around your
schedule and everything, because yeah. But Strick, you have to be business minded all the time. Every opportunities, just because it's an opportunity, you got to make sure it works. It's the opportunity that you're looking for.
Right.
So when I got in there, I did the spot, did what it was, phone lines, numbers, everything was good. But what I didn't realize was I was holding a spot. They really wasn't looking for me, right? Because the young lady that I was working with at the time, she liked me, but I think in her mind she wanted something different.
I got you.
Right. And so they came to me one day and said, it's just not working the way we want to, Joe. I was like, so what's not working? I said, people are calling in, our ratings are high, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just not working, right? I said, okay, no problem. And here's what they did. Nothing bad, man. This is business. I want people don't look at this no kind of way. This is business, how business is done, regardless of what it is. It ain't nothing about color. They came in and said, I was getting ready to finish out the show, right? And they came into the producer's room and said, call me back during the break time. Can you introduce tomorrow the new guy?
Wow.
Right. You moved me out and you want me to introduce me to the new guy.
Already, like the same day.
Yeah. So I looked at him, I said, no problem, right? Not a problem. I went back and I said, thank you for your time, you guys, blah, blah, blah. And I introduced the new guy and did him right. Here's the thing I want to tell people that are watching this show today. When I got ready to do that show, during the daytime, the daytime show, the big office, not here in Birmingham, they had another office, right? They called me. Well, Joe, since you're going to do this show here, right, you don't have to pay for your weekend show anymore, right? We just go ahead and do your weekend show. I said, so who's going to own it? Oh, we'll own it, but you ain't got to pay for it, right? I said, let me think on it. I already knew the answer, but I called him back the next day. I said, no. I said, I'll go ahead and pay for my show because I wanted my team to keep doing the radio show just in case daytime didn't work out for me.
Right.
So I kept paying for it, right? They knew the whole time. I believe they knew the whole time that they didn't want me in that daytime spot.
I got you.
My weekend show was popular. They didn't want me to take that weekend show
somewhere else.
Because they own it. If they're going to let me go do it in the daytime, I couldn't take my own show that I used to own. Nowhere else. I had to start all over again.
Right.
Business 101, y'all.
I never thought about that.
I did. You know why I thought about it? Because I watched Oprah Winfrey shows, and Oprah Winfrey always said, "Own your own show." Right. That interview Oprah did made me understand at that moment what I needed to do. So I did not turn over ownership. It was free. Most people that took that free show. One of the guys, I think it was Mike Hardy's own show. He did that, right? But once they give you to it free, they own your name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So then they can tell you about you signed a contract, you do a non-compete.
Because when you sign a contract work from doing the daytime, you sign a non-compete.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when they got ready to let me go, and I said, okay, well, I'm leaving this radio station, I was not going to be able to take my name, the show that I created, I was not going to be able to take the Joe Lockett show to another radio station because they owned it.
Wow.
But because I didn't sign, when they did that, I went back to the weekend where I had my contract at for a whole nother year, right? And I kept doing what I was doing. I went right back into doing what I was doing.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. No kind of sour moments or anything from
Business.
that experience?
No. Because what I had to learn was what God got for me. He put me here for a reason.
Man, I like that, Joe.
What God got for me is for me.
Right.
You know, there were, my family members like, man, they screwing you over, you black, you're doing this. I said, no, mama. I said, this is business.
Right.
This is business. I said, because at the end of the day, I still have my radio show. If they don't like me because I was black, they could have got me off the station easily.
Gotcha.
Right? They can cancel the contract. They have 30 to 45 days to tell you your contract is ending. Even if you sign a year contract,
right,
they can tell you at any time in that contract, we don't want you here. Right? But what they wanted to do was play chess, right? With me, and I played chess right along with them because I knew I needed your platform on that 100,000 watt signal that you had.
Right.
I don't care how you feel about me or all of that. I don't care about that. My main goal was to be on your radio station, to be Joe Lockett, right? Joe Lockett radio show got me onto MSNBC and Fox News when they was going through, I think it was Trump or was it Tuberville? All these stations was coming through, and it was coming through on the weekends getting ready for Monday. Somebody heard my radio show on the weekend. They called up to that radio station and they were looking for me, right? And I got a call from the radio station at home, MSNBC is looking for you. I said, who? They gave me the number, right? I'm calling, can you do a hit tomorrow at 11 o'clock? We need you to be able to Channel 13, right? I got hit on Fox, I got hit on MSNBC and all that other stuff. I was the only one from that station. See what God got for you?
Come on, man.
What God got for you? And this was after I had did the daytime spot and all this other stuff, right? What God got for you, Strick, I'm telling everybody, man, work your plan.
Right.
Don't let people get in your ear, because I love WYDE. Everybody up there has been my friend, has done great things. I would never talk bad about that radio station.
Gotcha.
What they see as problems, I seen as business, right? Period. Because some of those guys are still some of my best friends to this day. And if there was anybody who didn't like me, they couldn't do nothing but cheer with me because I never got mad. See, Dr. Martin Luther King and all those guys already did all that stuff, bro. Right. I was in the room. Strict. When you're in the room,
right,
it's up to you to take care of the opportunity.
Right.
Right?
I agree.
You know what I mean? So I don't let nobody get me out there. Once I get in that room, I'm going to the next room. I'm not going back to the room that I used to be in. Right. I learned how to grow from those experiences.
And Joe, that's so inspiring. And I really want to just stop right there because when I think about the world of content creation and podcasting, we started this new collective here in Birmingham, and I just feel like the best thing I could tell people is that they need to enjoy the process or enjoy the journey, because it's going to be a process for them. And knowing that if they just keep going, I think the stats is 7 episodes of a podcast. Most people don't make it to the 7th episode.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's one of the stats that's out there right now.
Okay.
So for people like yourself that have been doing it for 13 years, I recently started my podcast, the Strick Live podcast, up again, and I'm already past 7 episodes, thank goodness. There's something that you get out of spending the time, being consistent, because I do believe, like even some of the stuff we're gonna get into about what you're sharing now, it is our life purpose.
Yes.
And if you have a voice, if you have something you want to say, I also believe there's an audience that need to hear it.
Yes.
So if you hold back, then the audience is not gonna get it, and you stop the whole little cycle that could be there.
But you got to stay in long enough for somebody to find you.
You gotta stay in long enough and not just think of those vanity metrics as your idea of whether you're being effective or not. Effectiveness is your consistency. I mean, you started earlier talking about how to be consistent, and I'm just jumping on that bandwagon because I do believe,
Right.
Joe, you could be the worst, and I'll raise my hand. I was the worst DJ day one. I had zero experience.
I was. What was your first words on air?
I have no idea. Yo, 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 yo.
My first words on air.
That's what I said.
Hey, Strick, my first words are, ha ha!
Oh, no way.
I panicked.
No way.
Because he counted down, bro, like this, and just pointed at me, and I was like, ha ha! My first words ever on radio.
Wow.
And so that kind of stuff, because everybody was laughing, but Joe and Mel were laughing at me, right? So that kind of became my little stick for a little while, right? That I would start out the radio show like that. That was my first words on radio.
Wow. So I had to be told, yeah, man, we're not doing it. The yo-yo-yo thing is over. Like, this is not your TV raps, man. That's not how you do it.
Right.
So I had no concept at all. I actually did, Irondale, the city of Irondale had a radio station, and a friend of mine was doing a summer show. It was a gospel show. He had me come and sit in on his show and talk, and then I did a couple episodes when he couldn't make it. And that was my only experience, like 6 months before I did jams for the first time. That's my only radio experience. So I had zero experience, didn't really know what a DJ does. Probably should not have called myself DJ Strick at all, because I'm not a music DJ. I don't spin and all the other. I never did. I'm more of an announcer, but disc jockey is what I was, and that's what a DJ is. But you know, I really wasn't good, and I'm saying I wasn't good for 3 years.
I'm gonna say I started to get the hang of it after probably about three or 4 months, because I wanted to be like Steve Harvey, but I took my cue from Stephen A. Smith.
Okay.
I was more Stephen A. Smith on radio.
Okay,
You know
I
what
get it.
You know, I was that guy like, what you did?
You learn how to be polarizing.
Yeah.
I talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that polarizing or people that make you choose a side are more popular than like my personality. My personality is always even you know, it could be this or it could be that,
Right.
but the people like Stephen A. Smith that allows you to pick a side, I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys is trash to him, right?
Right.
You know, and for all the Dallas Cowboy fans, they're not going to like him.
You gotta be defiant. Because one thing we have to understand in this business, no matter what you do in media, you have to be entertaining.
You got to be entertained.
You have the gift to be entertaining, to be who you are.
Right.
Right. Because you're smooth and charismatic about it. Right. I didn't have any of that in the beginning.
Right.
Because my mom was like, well, you need to be more like Melvin Tate. You need to be more laid back. Like, you know, you need to sound like this. And when people keep telling me I need to do this, I went against the odds of it, because I'm like, I don't feel that.
Right.
Don't tell me what I need to do.
That's
right.
right.
And again, Oprah Winfrey, right? When she was trying to be like Barbara Walters and all other people, said she never felt in her skin. And that's the way I felt when I first got on radio. Because I was doing what I felt, because that was more comfortable to me. My mom was like, why are you screaming into the microphone, son? You need to announce your words. Don't get so mad. But I understood, for me, that got me going.
Right.
That got my juices pumping, right? And I would dare people to call in and come against me. Or, you know, that defiant person on air is entertaining.
It's entertaining. You're so right.
You know Lawrence Savory?
Yes.
Okay, so Lawrence told me this when I was first getting radio. I said, well, Lawrence, what is the key thing you need to do in radio? Right? He said, Joe, pick your audience.
That's true.
Right? I said, well, he said, what do you mean you said pick your audience? This is the podcast out there too. He said, who are you talking to, Joe? I said, I'm talking to people. He said, no. He said, who are you talking to? What age range are you talking to? He said, I want you to get 2 people.
Right.
And I want you to name them. And whatever content you do, I need you to talk to them each and every day.
Got you.
So I had John and I had Sally, right?
Because it's what we call now your audience avatar.
Yeah. And so that's how I learned how to do radio. You know, I would speak to John and Sally, and whatever news story I had, I wanted them to hear it. I would deliver that message to John and Sally every time. That's how I did it. And I would tell anybody, if you want to learn how to do content, know who your audience is. You're not your audience, right? Who do you want to speak to? Whether you want to speak to the kids, whatever, give them a name and wrap your content around them 2 people and form it around that, and you'll be able to speak to them each and every time.
That is a flaw, Joe, that people would think, well, I'm talking to everybody, and you're not.
No.
Because everybody's not listening.
No.
So when you decide to choose, you narrowed your audience down to a particular type of person, and that could really help.
Lawrence, bro. Like I said, people in radio, man, but the thing of, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what I did. I would ask people questions, right? I had friends in radio, so I would call in and say, hey man, how you do this? Man, what are you seeing here? Right? Because I didn't know what stacking phone call was. Leland over at WYD, he's at the other radio station now, but he was a station manager. I asked him, I said, he would get on the phone calls, he'd start talking to people, right? He'd be doing a news story. The phone's just ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing, right? He'd then stack them. So in the break time, I said, Leland, why come you answer the phone? Because me, I'm like, answer the phone. He was like, well, when we come back from break, he said, there's people gonna be there. He said, I introduced another topic. He said, so you stack the phone calls, and now you can go ahead and push the show all the way on through. Okay, so you stack your phone calls, right?
I get it.
I didn't know that, but before I was thinking about, you see them, you call, answer phones, right? Because that's what I was doing on my show. They would call, I would get it right, get away, because I didn't want to go nowhere. He's like, they're not going anywhere, Joe. They want to talk.
And when they do go, somebody else is coming behind them because it's all locked up.
And what happened is your producer put their name up there, right? Because they ask who the person is. So this is what you would say, right? You'd be doing your topic. Robert, I see you. I'm gonna come back to you in a minute. Okay, I didn't get a chance to get everybody on the side, but right after the break, when we come back, Robert, John, Jill, I see you. You guys hold tight. We'll see you on the other side, right? It's 6 minutes after I didn't come on back, right? So that you didn't acknowledge them. They're not going anywhere.
They're waiting.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What if I didn't sit in and ask those questions? Small things like that, man, I started to learn in radio, which made me be the guy I am today. And I thank everybody.
That's the idea with this podcast, this collective that we got going on. I'm hoping that some of the information and resources that I have, or that the group has, we can start sharing it with other people. Not to be all puffed up, but I just think you learn better when you give stuff away.
Yeah.
Give knowledge away, all this other kind of stuff. Somebody's got to do it. And I do feel like we got enough people in this city that will be willing to help lead other folks.
Before you did this, Strick, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know we had that many podcasts here.
It's over 300 people that signed up to be in this group. Now, I will say this, because of the way I invited people, some of those people are not in Birmingham. I would say there's a good 250 people. So 50 people are not Birmingham podcasters out of 300. But 250 is a lot.
I only know over a few, right? Because it don't show up on my social media feed. So when I'm out there doing my thing, I'm thinking like, man, I'm probably one of the few cats out here actually doing it. And there are some people doing some really great podcasts, you yourself included. But man, when I saw all, I'm like, they got a podcast? I'm going like this. I'm like, okay, cool. So what you have done, man, the city, all of us, man, we appreciate you because you have made it a hub where we can connect and link together, right?
That's the idea.
I'm very excited to get ready to go to the summit that you guys are doing here.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be fun.
So, my goodness. Joe, man, just take a good seat. Get a good seat, Joe.
I bought the ticket, right? Whatever, I think I paid the $22 or whatever. I bought a ticket, so you get select seating, so.
Yeah, preferred seating, man.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because there's gonna be a lot of people in the room from all genres. And David Shands and Donnie Wiggins, they're in Atlanta doing it big. Like, I'll say it this way. David Shands is a real cool guy, all right? And the way he does his content is he's very curious, so he asks more questions than he does teaching on some of the stuff that we see.
Right.
He's a great teacher, and he's been through a lot, and he's making good money doing what he's doing, but he's more curious. So he can come off as someone that doesn't know because he asks a lot of questions. He knows what he's doing.
For sure.
And for him to come here, sometimes I believe that we could be doing something. Joe, you could be doing it, and somebody give you one tip and change the
Whole trajectory. Everything.
So I'm hoping that when these people get in the room, that there's a lot of changing that will go on, from collaboration and networking, and people just ready to hear something that they could get. We got some collaboration things that we're going to be doing to help people, and giving away some resources just to help. And,
That's good, man.
And the idea, Joe, is not just in podcasting, but maybe it can leak in some other areas as well.
I'm very wary these days of who I link up with, because people are not serious. And I don't like wasting my time. I don't like going to stuff and, if people just want to, get the information and they don't do nothing with it. But I knew you, right? And so when I saw you was behind it, right, I was like, okay, I'm going to that.
Man, I appreciate it.
But your stuff is always top tier.
Man,
right?
Man. We try really hard, Joe.
You do a good job.
Man, we try hard.
I'm one of the better ones. I'm one of the best ones out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to toot my own horn. I'm good at what I do, right? I'm that dude, right? I'm J-O-E, that's M-E, it's M-E, I'm the K-I-D, right? But when you look at somebody who, you're that LeBron James, okay. His stuff better than mine. Hey, I look at some of your stuff on there, right? Because I know my stuff is good, but your editing and stuff, man, the way y'all do it, bro.
My editor is sitting right there.
Well, I'm going to say he's one of the best in the business in Birmingham. Now, when it comes to, there's a lot of podcasts that y'all doing a great job, but I have not seen anybody's stuff that looks better than yours.
Man, I appreciate
and
that.
And I'm good.
There's some people out there that's making some really good podcasts. I will say, Joe,
yeah. But your content looks really good.
Man, I appreciate it. I didn't know him either. Like, I just interviewed a young lady named Just Ash. She's got some good stuff. So there's a lot of people that are using, I got Arthur, he's got some good stuff. BG, Brad Grayson TV. Are you familiar with him at all?
I know who you're talking about.
He has a network.
Yeah.
I was about to say little. It's not little.
Got a network.
He has a network,
right.
And they have some really, really good. They are creating some really good podcasts out of that place. Good camera work and all of that.
I started the LIM network when I started my podcast, Lockett Media Network. But and I had, I foot the bill for everything.
Got you.
I had everybody come in, and I made my house into a studio at the time. But the thing is, people don't want to be consistent.
It's hard.
And so what I had to realize was I can't do the heavy lifting for everybody.
Right.
Right. I can't want it better than you want it. You know what I mean?
True. What do you say in that regard? Because you're gonna be tired. I'm not 100% today.
Right. Okay.
All right. But I got a guest coming in, right?
Yeah.
I got a guest coming in, right?
Yeah.
So I got to get it together. I'm not.
Yeah.
It was really pretty day.
Yeah.
Joe, man, I wanted to get out in the yard. I did. Like
you could have called me. You could have called me. I would have came another day.
Yeah, but I made a commitment. Like, I want to be here and do this.
Yeah.
And over, like, I have to do this because I made a commitment. I'm going to do this every week.
Right.
I'm getting guests.
Right.
And all of those things that comes into it. But sometimes you don't feel like it, and you still
have to come.
So it's kind of like if you had a job. So some people will go to a job or call into a job because they don't feel like it. Or if they get there, they're only going to give them that 20%, right?
Right.
But when you decide you want to be a content creator and you want to create content, but you still have that, I only want to give 20%, it's not going to last.
I'm going to be honest, man. Even on the days I don't feel like it's strict, I'm the Michael Jordan of what I do. I think there's somebody who hadn't seen me.
There you go.
And so when somebody say they want to do an interview on the Coffees and Conversations, you got me.
That's good.
I'm excited to get there, bro.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Because you are what it is, you know what I'm saying? I want to have that coffee and come. I want to see who you are. I want to see what it's about.
Right.
And the one thing I love about my platform is that everybody dresses up to come sit down with Joe Lockett.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? they don't take it as some little podcast, right? Because just like y'all got this professional, when you come to Filter Coffee Parlor, it's set up real nice. The production is set up. You know, we have our coffee, my team there waiting for you and everything. Right? And people take my platform very serious.
Man, they should.
So when I walk through the door, right, you know what I'm saying, for me and working with Jeremy Kirkwood over at Filter Coffee Parlor, man, love him to death. I am excited, even on my worst. I could be having a bad day. But if I'm going to interview with somebody or sitting down with an interview with DJ, man, listen, y'all don't understand. I'm sitting down with the one and only DJ Strick, right? So I'm sitting there with you, right? I'm excited to go do that. I was tired today too. I had a lot of stuff I got to do and got my workout in and stuff. But just knowing I had to get over here, bro, I got energy for you. We can do this for however long you need me to, because I'm excited to be in a place where you work for 13 years. People recognize who you are.
Right.
And I get to sit down with one of my idols and have this conversation on a level that I never thought I would be able to.
Wow.
Look at God.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Look at God.
And God has a way of doing it, Joe. He has a way of orchestrating everything, even down to what you're doing now, because I think you're outsmarting the system, Joe.
Okay.
With your content, there's one thing that people miss out on, is they miss out on monetizing their content. And you decided, again, Joe, you're gonna outsmart everybody with this new coffee line. So let's talk about it, because that is, I coach, right? I coach content creation, all that. That's one of the things that people miss on being monetized. They don't have a product, whether it's a digital product or physical product, like that included with your content. It kind of gives you a reason to say, hey, lock in with Joe, right?
Right.
And why? Because we got this coffee, you know?
And I'm gonna say this, I've tried many different things, from t-shirts to socks, and it just didn't stick strict.
I got you.
But again, the journey that people go through on these, whether you're doing your podcast and radio, whatever, right? You figure it out.
You figure it out.
And when
the worst thing you can do is stop and not have brand new ideas.
Yes.
Okay, now in my radio journey, I would say that's what got me. I got stagnant, I got complacent. You said it a couple times. You DJ Strick. I got stuck in being DJ Strick instead of figuring out what was DJ Strick's next evolution. Like, this is the evolution of that, but we're talking several years that have gone by for me to be able to figure this crap out.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you the reason why my dream worked for me, because Steve Harvey said it best, right? Dream big enough that it scares you.
That's
right.
Good.
And so, even though when I was getting stuck or stagnant, I wasn't at Steve Harvey level. My show wasn't syndicated.
Got you.
So the job wasn't done.
Right.
Right. If you get caught up in if I could have gotten caught up in Joe Lockett of being on MSNBC, national TV, magazines, all of the stuff being mentioned when I walked in the room, but that was never the goal. Every trophy I ever got is in a box. Wow. Every certificate I got is in a box, because the job wasn't done. I enjoyed the moment. Thank you everybody for did those things for me and recognized me. I was happy. But I wasn't syndicated.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I was not syndicated, so I was not content. So on those days that things was going bad, I haven't done what I need to do. What am I doing wrong? Right? Even when Steve Harvey mentioned me gave me congratulations for getting my daytime show, right? And said all that good stuff for me, it was like, okay, but Steve, you ain't gave me the deal.
Right, that's what you waited on.
Yeah, I wanted that deal. I got the daytime radio, I got the daytime radio show. I even became our own daytime spot from 4 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I owned that spot on that radio station for the last 3 years of my radio career. So I got the daytime myself with my show, and I paid for it and owned everything, right?
Right.
But I still wasn't syndicated. You see what I'm saying? So I think people get complacent because you haven't dreamed big enough.
Right.
You became DJ Strick. See, I wasn't the Joe Lockett that I wanted to be. When I'm Steve Harvey and walking around and being on stage and I'm making money, I'm doing all this different stuff and I'm known all around the world, okay, I may get complacent then.
Yeah, Joe, I was excited to be known all around Birmingham.
Yeah.
I was known in a lot of cities.
Right.
Pratt City.
Hooper City.
All them little cities I was known. Okay, let's talk about this coffee, man. Yeah. Let's get down.
So the coffee is, man, I don't want to take about time. I'm just going to try to condense it really quickly here. So the coffee actually came in with Coffees and Conversation was the show.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting around this coffee shop every week doing my show, right? I told my team, I said, I might want to have my own coffee. What? I'm like, I don't know if the owner will go with it, right? But I want to have my own cup of coffee here, because why not have a cup of Joe?
Right.
So I sat down with the owner. He was like, sure, we can, we'll work out something with you, right? Jeremy Kirkwood, man, that's my road dog. That's my friend, man. Brother from another mother. Love to help the community. Give them a plug here, Filter Coffee Parlor downtown. Go check it out. But the goal was, when I sat there, I'm like, I need something to go along, because I knew at this time you need a product to go with what you're doing.
Right.
Right. And so I said, I want to get my own coffee brand. I didn't know what that was. So I talked to Jeremy. I was like, Jeremy, I would like to get my own coffee.
Okay.
Right. What does that look like? Is it possible to get coffee with you? He was like, yeah, I'm a roaster. Right. I roast coffee here. Right. I didn't know that.
Wow.
He said, well, so you can get coffee through me. I said, but I want to own my own. But he said, yeah. He said, you just tell me whatever, you go check a few of these different beans out, tell me which one you want. We'll put some stuff together and you buy from me and you do your thing. I said, really? I said, it's mine? He said, it's yours. I said, okay. Now what am I gonna call it?
Right.
Right? Now the meaning of the coffee show and the coffee itself, man, my platform is for women.
Okay.
Right? And because I think women are beautiful, they're wonderful, they're strong, and they're not given enough credit.
They're all of that, Joe.
Right.
You're
And
right.
so the Coffee and Conversation, you will see me advertising majority women. I do have men on there, but I have majority women because I want to give them a platform to speak. Love You First Coffee came from, it was for women, but what I realized, Strick, us as men, me personally as a black man, everything I was going through, man, I would say honestly, if I loved myself more, I probably could have did a lot more earlier.
Got you. I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
And I had to learn how to love myself first. Right? And that's where the thought came from.
Love You First.
But why come I wasn't loving myself first? And I don't like talking about my family business, but you got to talk about it to be about it, to show people what it is. So I grew up in a domestic violence situation where my mom never got a chance to love herself first.
Got you.
Right? Because of the situation that was going on. So when you don't see that, right, what is love? Did your parents hug you when you was a kid? Mine didn't.
Got you.
Right? Did your parents say, I love you? You knew they loved you, but did they say it to you?
Right.
They didn't, right? And so I didn't see a lot of this stuff. And so when I created this coffee, right, Love You First, I created this strong, bold, and beautiful. That's actually my mom.
Wow.
She don't know that. Me and my mom don't talk to this day, right? But
you made the coffee to represent that relationship.
to represent this and for women out there like her. Okay. To the point, Strick, where Love You First, I want this coffee to be for women to take a moment, especially when you're over 40 and 50. They give so much, they've been through so much. What women don't do, they don't love themselves first. So this coffee is about when you get up in the morning and you buy this bag of coffee, this is the one thing you're gonna do. You're gonna drink this cup of coffee, right? You're gonna take a woosah for yourself, right? And you're gonna take a moment and love yourself. If you love yourself, you can get through your day and get through anything. But if you don't love yourself, you're running on empty.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's why this coffee, and we did it in this red bag to be bold, right? I want people to love, women to love themselves first. And that's why you see me doing this 318 campaign right now. I launched the coffee in November. I launched it. And so the 318 campaign is at 3 o'clock, at 318 is when I decided I was leaving radio.
Okay.
Right? That's when I made a decision to leave radio. It was at 318.
At 318.
It was 318. So that's where that 318 came from. So this 318 campaign is, I want to reach 318 people and sell 318 bags of coffee. And hopefully at the end of this next 30 days, right, that their life is going to change in some way, shape, or form. Because 318 changed my life.
Wow.
Right? So my goal is now, that's why I tell people go out to buyloveyoufirst.com. That's BUYloveyoufirst.com, right? And come with me on this journey, right? And so I'm doing a video every single day, telling people what I went through, how am I doing, what if I sold coffee today, whatever, didn't sell coffee. Like today yesterday I didn't sell any coffee. So for a second day I did the video, didn't sell any coffee. I did another video saying I didn't sell any coffee. And I was telling you when I first sat down, right? That man, people saw that video, I already sold 4 bags, right?
Wow.
So it's changing.
Right.
So I want people to go to Love You First on Facebook, right? Type that in or go to Joe Lockett and tap in there, watch my videos and help me sell 318 bags of coffee. Now this is, for me, I'm new in the coffee business.
Okay.
Right? So I gotta sell. I'm a great visionary, right? I'm consistent. But sales is not the easiest thing to do in the world.
Right.
So you got to get out there and tell people to buy your product. I'm not good at telling people to buy my product. I'm Joe Lockett, Google me, I'm Googleable, right? So I pop up. Right. But this is what I got to learn how to do better. So I'm pushing myself for the next 30 days to sell 318 bags of coffees and change 318 lives, right? Wow. So if done it for me one time, so it's going to transform me one more time to be now this coffee is going to brand itself in 30 days. So I'm on my fourth day. I'm on my third day right now. My fourth day right now. I'm on my fourth day. And so I thank everybody who's come along with me on this journey, right? I'm going to leave you with a bag here with you and your team, right?
I appreciate it. I'm going to get a bag. I'm going to buy a bag. I want to be a part of that 318.
Well, there we go, man. I appreciate that. But everybody go out there, man. Go to buyloveyoufirst.com and come along on the journey with me. I want you to change your life, right? This is just not you just buying a cup of coffee. You're buying into yourself. You're investing into yourself because in the next 30 days, whatever your dream may be, I want you to change for yourself. The consistency, the discipline, the days I'm not going to sell. We're going to all go through this together. And at the end of this 318, I'm going to do something at Filter Coffee, or I may even do something here with you. Okay. We'll talk about it, right? But I want those people to come here, and we're going to celebrate because once you do those 30 days, you've done something consistent. Because I got to do 30 videos and talk about, I could do this all day, but I got to talk about this some kind of way for 30 days straight. I cannot miss. And the video has to be posted by 3:18 every day in the afternoon.
Man, that's awesome. I like it. I did hear this 3:18 that you were doing, and I was so encouraged by it. I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
The first question is, where I know it's on Facebook, you're posting it on Facebook. Are you posting it on YouTube at all?
The videos on YouTube. I haven't figured out how to work the shorts on YouTube because shorts is for my show. Okay. So I'm something maybe your team maybe help me because I haven't figured out, because all my shows are clips from my shows from my shows.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if they're going to push it. The algorithm is going to push that.
It will.
Okay, so something we can
talk about.
Especially
for something like this.
Okay,
if you're doing something under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Which this would that would be.
Right.
It would love this.
But how does that look with your your content that you're already doing out there that comes up? Because everything right now is just my show and then my clips, and then it's come up 318. Does that look well on social media?
Yeah, it really does. There's a bunch of different ways to do it.
Okay.
The biggest thing is that I let YouTube figure that out. Figure it out.
All this is why you ask professionals.
All it needs is the consistency with it, and it have a good story. So if you're saying what the 318 is about, what's going on, people love stories. So if you're telling me you're creating 30 days worth of content about 318 and coffee.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a bunch of ways you can do it. You can start the 318 YouTube channel, all other kind of stuff. It can happen. The biggest thing is people like those reoccurring stories.
Yes.
Because what if they found you at day 10? They found you at day 10 and you're telling a story about day 10. Guess what? They got to go see what happened day number 9.
Yes. That's what happened today. That's actually what really happened today, because when I put it there, I didn't get any sales today. I started getting sales because people were like, I got you, Joe, right? So that was like, and that's just like I said, man, it's just being consistent.
Yeah.
Because yesterday I was not down, but I was like, Joe Lockett didn't sell no coffee today. I'm saying? Nobody about one bag, right? But then today I just sold 5 bags now, right? And so again, and answering your question here, like, you think you have all the answers? Right, and I got some stuff covered, but sometimes you look at your content like, okay, can you put new stuff with this content? Do you start a new channel? Because it's more work.
It is more work.
So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. So those are things, like I said, make sure that you guys go to this summit that you got.
Please.
Right, that's because this is very, very important.
Yeah,
and what days are going to be on Strick?
Say that again.
What's the dates of the summit?
It's Wednesday, March 25th, 6 p.m. And it's going to be great. And I say this, there's always more than one way of doing something. Joe, I found out as best I could go the long route, or at least know the long route first before people start shortcutting it. And in social media, sometimes being on your phone and posting it, the algorithm picks it up better than anything else. I do use a social media content manager where I'll just put it in and schedule it out. But sometimes it's just what I make on my phone. I just post it and it performs the best. Everything
people see this for is my shows I don't do. But all the other short content and all it's done on my phone.
That's what's up.
I do everything on my phone. And on your summit, I'm quite sure y'all talk about it. I'll talk about the different tools I use, right? But I do everything on my phone. And with AI here, man, I think people should take full advantage of that too.
They should.
So that really has helped me create Baby Joe.
There you go.
I got Baby Joe's finna help me sell sell my coffee.
Hey, you got to use every tool that you have.
Yeah.
How can they pick it up?
Right now, what we do is we tell people to order because I'm starting small. So we do once a week pickup. So you order your coffee, and every Wednesday while we're doing the big podcast, you can come pick up your coffee, or we leave it there. You can pick up at Filter Coffee Parlor. Because what I wanted to do was figure out how to do this without getting too big too fast,
Gotcha.
right? And for some of the people that that want to order, I'm taking it by case, and so I can figure out I ship this to you, I go do this to you, I'm just making deals on the side. But right now, you go to the website, buyloveyoufirst.com. And every Wednesday you can come pick up Wednesday or Friday. We'll have your order right there at the shop to go pick up right here.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
The last thing about the 318 is that you wanted for the people to have something different about
themselves. Yeah. The 318 is not about me. The 318 is for them to pivot, right? Because if you can be consistent with me for 30 days, it's not about you. If you buy that one bag of coffee, of course I want you to buy the coffee, but one bag. But what I want you to do is go along on my journey, let you see that in 30 days that I have to be consistent with a campaign, you're gonna go through ups and downs.
That's right.
This is the goal for people to see. In 30 days, it's never gonna be, nobody gets to see the dirty stuff behind the scenes. So I'm doing the campaign online live, right? For a minute, 2 minutes every day with you, let you know that this is good, this is bad. So you don't feel as bad when you don't get any views, right? You don't feel as bad when nothing happens, right? Or something didn't go well. Because see, the other part, when I started the campaign, I said I'm gonna launch it. This is the way God works. When you say you're gonna do and you commit to something, you was in my inbox and saying, hey, when can you come on my show? I launched this on Saturday, right? You hit me up that Saturday about probably a couple hours after, right? And come over here and say, I want you to talk and bring your coffee. That was God. You see what I'm saying? Because I committed, and he felt it in my heart. He said, okay, I'm finna put you on another platform now, because now I see you're locked in, and now we finna help you go ahead and make this coffee to go global like you really wanted to.
Wow.
But to go global, you got to go local first.
You do.
Right? And so I said, let me figure this thing out, because I'm new at selling. I'm new at trying, making sure I can get the shipments all the time, making sure my roaster can keep up with what we're going to go do, because I don't want to mess around and get 1,000 orders in and we can't fulfill them. You see what I'm saying? So right now I'm starting slow, making sure the packaging is good, making sure that it's going to be presentable to the people, right? Making sure it looks really, really nice, seeing how much everything is going to cost, right? And I'm learning. We're going to make some mistakes, but right now things are going well. I thank you guys so much today for linking up with your brother, locking in with Joe Lockett, man, and Love You First Coffee, man. Thank you so much, Strick.
Man, it's been an awesome experience. I really love helping people. That being said, if someone has seen you today, Joe, not that they don't already know you, but if they need to get in contact with you and buy this coffee, can you give like maybe some of your social media and then the link to this coffee again?
Everything is Joe Lockett, Lockett, Lockett. Love You First Coffee. It's love, LOVEFIRST, first coffee, COFFEE, right? Buyloveyoufirst.com.
And y'all go out and get it. I'm telling you, you'll get it. Be a part of the 318 with Joe Lockett. And it's been a pleasure to have Joe in the studio. We do have this podcast summit coming up, Birmingham. David Shands, Donnie Wiggins, events with an S on the end. .strickcity.com is where you go to get all the information and to get your tickets. I just need to know you are coming. It is free, but we do have limited VIP tickets that's going really fast. I only have a few left, and then preferred seating. So you guys come hang out with us, and I love what I get a chance to do. Today was awesome. Thank you guys for watching.